Hey everyone out there, this video is all about cadierei, aka the aluminum plant. And if you are curious to know more about your aluminum plant, consider watching the whole video to end up with all the information you would need to properly take care of your aluminum plant. So without further ado, let's get started. Before caring for a particular plant, you need to know about the native of the plant or how the plant grows in the wild. If it's a species and if it's a hybrid, they will somewhat need the same kind of care. Cadierei is native to Vietnam and southern China, where they grow as tropical plants under the thick canopy of the trees on the forest floor. And if the forests are tropical, then the humidity is somewhat better. Let's talk about the light requirements now. This plant needs well lit places or a lot of bright indirect light. Too much direct sunlight can actually result the silver patches to dry and turn brown. Too less light can turn the plant more green and leggy, which might not be the thing that most of us want. And lower light conditions also means slower and weaker growth, and your plants can be easily infested by mealybugs. We will definitely talk about infestation later, but for now, consider giving it a bright indirect light. And remember, too much direct sunlight can be harmful, and too less can result in a visually less attractive plant. Coming to the soil and watering. This plant can be grown in any type of soil. Just make sure your soil is not water retentive or it doesn't have clay in it. This can actually suffocate the roots and maybe the plant might or not even root inside the soil. So, the best soil mix can be a mix of garden soil and half a part of well rotten manure. And if you want to amend the soil with anything else, you can go ahead and do it. But make sure that the manure or the compost which you're using should be well rotten, because by using incompletely rotten compost will actually result in root burn, causing heavy loss to the plant. Cadierei needs its soil to be consistently moist but not soggy all the time, as the roots are delicate and can rot easily under longer wet conditions. So water it only when the topsoil is dry to touch, or if the pot feels slightly lighter. And if the leaves droop down, consider watering your plant properly. Coming to the growth conditions, which is very important to talk about. This plant doesn't need a big pot to grow and spread its roots. It actually spreads through its runners, which appear once the plant is mature enough, making it needing a wider pot rather than a deeper pot. It's a relatively faster growing plant and fills out the pot really quick, provided if you give it proper care and maintain healthy growing conditions. This plant is not fussy for anything, but sometimes it might show a little nutrient deficiency by allowing the yellow patches to appear on the leaves. So it is better to fertilize it regularly. This brings us to the fertilization of the plant. As it grows on the forest floor, it loves the organic leaf litter or compost. As always, organic leaf litter compost is best because plants make their own fertilizer. And I personally do not fertilize with anything else because they don't need that. A bit of leaf compost is what I feed mine. Wait a second. But I don't remember when exactly I fertilized my plant. Maybe 6 or 7 months have passed without fertilizing it. Because the trees in my backyard always have falling leaves, which mimics the natural environment, providing what the plant actually needs. If you do not have any of these, any compost or any other organic fertilizers will work wonderfully. Any nitrogen rich chemical fertilizers will work as well. Coming to grooming the plant, Make sure you always prune or pinch your plant because it keeps them bushy rather than having just one naked stem with 3 to 4 leaves on it. So, on occasional picking or pruning is a must, and the same pruned cuttings can be planted as potential individual babies, which brings us to the propagation of the plant. Propagating this plant is very easy. If you want to make more and more plants, just chop off or make a cut on the internodal section, which has to contain at least one node. As you can see now, there are two nodes, and in between the two nodes, there is an internode. So just chop off there. Take a fresh cutting and just push it back into the same pot or any other desired pot to have more and more baby plants. Here we have another part of the aluminum plant in which I will be just pushing the cutting which we just took so that I get a fuller plant. As you can see here, just push it back and you have a fuller plant. And this cutting will grow roots in no time. Hence, it is very easy to propagate. Coming to pest infestation. As per me, in my climate, mealybugs attack the stems and underside of the leaves like a magnet. But I've been observing that the mealybugs only attack it during the spring or the summer season. And to get rid of it, I just spray them with neem oil. So these are all the things to get started with your aluminum plant and to have beautiful growth and healthy looking aluminiums. So like the video if you enjoyed watching, and please subscribe to my channel for some amazing plant content if you are a beginner and if you want to know more about the plant world. So that's all for today. Bye.